Okay, let's just jump right in. In the super competitive world of financial services, just getting noticed online is one thing, but actually earning someone's trust, that's the whole ballgame. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down how SEO isn't just about climbing search rankings, it's your number one tool for building real digital trust and authority. So, this really gets to the heart of the matter for every financial marketer out there. I mean, with countless options just a click away, how do you make your firm the one people choose, the one they trust with their future? It's not about having the loudest voice. It's about having the most credible one. And this is exactly where SEO comes into play. But look, this is way more than just some technical checklist. In the world of finance, a really well thought out SEO strategy is the most essential tool you've got for proving your credibility and building the kind of authority that turns a curious searcher into a lifelong client. All right, so how do we actually build this foundation? Well, it all rests on three core pillars. Let's break them down one by one and see how they work together to create a really powerful system for growth. Here they are: strategic keyword research, authoritative content creation, and robust backlink building. I want you to think of these like the legs of a stool. You absolutely need all three for a stable, effective online presence. Take one away, and the whole thing just topples over. Okay, let's start with pillar number one. Before you can build an ounce of trust, people have to be able to find you. It's that simple. And it all begins with understanding the exact language your potential clients are using when they're searching for answers. So here's the trick. It's all about balance. Sure, you need to know the industry jargon, but what's way more important is understanding what your actual clients are typing into Google. They're probably not searching for fiduciary wealth management, right? They're much more likely to be typing best way to save for retirement. Your goal is to connect your expertise to their real-world questions, weaving those terms naturally into your website so you show up as the perfect answer. And that leads us perfectly into our second pillar, which is where the trust building really kicks into high gear. Once someone finds you, it's your content that proves you know what you're talking about. It's your digital handshake, your very first conversation. Now, this brings us to a huge, critical distinction. Potential clients are not searching for a sales pitch. They're looking for guidance, especially when their financial future is on the line. When you create educational content that genuinely helps them, you establish your firm as a reliable, knowledgeable resource. A hard sell, that just creates noise and pushes people away. You want to be a guide, not just a vendor. And hey, you can take that content to the next level. Let's be honest, complex topics can be a bit dry, but turn them into a short video or a cool infographic, total game changer. And remember, finance never, ever stands still. Keeping your content fresh and updated isn't just good practice. It's absolutely essential for staying relevant and authoritative. All right, on to our third and final pillar, backlink building. This is basically how search engines figure out how authoritative you are, based on what other websites think of you. It's all about who's vouching for your expertise out there on the web. And this is the perfect way to think about it. A backlink isn't just some technical thing. It's a digital endorsement. When a respected financial news site or a well-known industry blog links to your content, they're telling their audience and Google, hey, this firm is a credible source. Every single quality link is a powerful vote of confidence. So, how do you get these votes? Well, you gotta be proactive. You can share your expertise by writing guest posts on good sites or jumping into relevant online discussions. But it's not all offense. You also have to play a little defense. That means regularly checking who's linking to you and getting rid of any low-quality or spammy links that could damage the reputation you've worked so hard to build. Okay, so those three pillars apply to everyone. But now let's zoom in on a tactic that's absolutely critical for any firm with a physical office or those targeting specific communities. We're talking about local SEO. This is how you connect with clients right in your own backyard. Just think about it. When people search for a local bank, an insurance agent, or a financial advisor, they often want someone they can actually meet. Local SEO is the thing that ensures when they type in financial advisor near me, your firm pops up. When it comes to local SEO, if you do absolutely nothing else, you have to do this one thing. It is without a doubt your number one priority, your digital storefront to the local community. And that priority is your Google business profile. It's often the very first impression a potential local client gets, so make sure you're listed there and on other key places like Yelp. Then, and this is super important, make sure your name, address, and phone number are exactly the same everywhere. Consistency is key. Finally, encourage those happy clients to leave reviews. And just as important, respond to them. It shows you're engaged and that you really value their feedback. So, we've covered keywords, content, backlinks, and the local SEO. Phew! Now let's tie it all together into a clear blueprint for building real, sustainable authority online. Here's the most important thing to remember. You can't just do one of these things. They aren't isolated tasks. Great content that nobody sees is useless. The right keywords on a site that nobody trusts won't convert anyone. They all have to work together, reinforcing each other to build that powerful, trustworthy presence that clients in this industry demand. You know, this quote from the source material just sums it all up perfectly. It's the integration of these techniques that creates a strategy that actually works for the high-stakes, trust-based world of finance. It really is a holistic approach. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Take a hard look at your own online efforts. Are you strategically building a reputation as a trusted authority, answering questions and providing real value? Or are you just creating more noise? Because honestly, the answer to that question will determine your success.